Is home education better than being sent to school? Is school even harming our kids and interfering with their development in surprising and hidden ways? You know, as parents, we all want the best for our kids. We want our kids to grow up, we want them to be happy, we want them to be satisfied, and we want them to be fulfilled. But what if sending them to school is actually getting in the way of that? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 reasons why home education is actually better for our kids and better for their growth and better for their development. We all know that children are all different and all unique, but I don't just mean their personalities. Yes, of course, their personalities are all different and every child is unique in that way, but also their interests. Every child is interested in different things and they're interested in them at different times. One might be interested in bugs, one might be interested in climbing, one might be interested in writing or reading. You know, my niece got interested in reading and was fluently reading at 4 years old. My son, who's now 6, he's only just starting to get interested in reading and writing. Should he have been interested at 4? No, he wasn't. He was interested in running and jumping and trains. Drawing trains, reading about trains, painting trains, going to visit the trains, riding on trains, understanding how they all worked. In school, you get told what to be interested in. Be interested in maths. Be interested for an hour. Now stop. Now go to English. Be interested in English. Now stop. Now go be interested in science. Now stop. You get told what to be interested in, how long you should be interested in it for, and then what to be interested in next. And that's not just through the day, but that's through the year and through all the years. Your curriculum in school sets the limits of how far your interest should go. There's no need to go any further. Why would you go further if it's not going to help you pass your exams? So your interests and your natural drive for curiosity gets limited. With home education, when you're following a child-led approach, you can follow those interests wherever they go. If you're interested in bugs, great. Learn about bugs, draw bugs, develop your coordination, develop your ability to see, to notice differences. Then you're going to learn about evolution and science. Any subject can take you anywhere and you can take it as far as you want and then you can stop and you can be interested in something else and maybe even find some connections between them. The second reason that home education is better for children is that it lowers stress. Now there are any number of things that children could find stressful in school. Bullying, peer pressure, tests, being compared to one another all the time, even just being forced to be interested in certain subjects at certain times when they may not be things that they're interested in, or maybe just not interested in at that moment. But research has shown that children find school stressful. In this study, researchers looked at biomarkers for cortisol, a stress hormone, in children's hair 2 months after starting school. And what they found was that cortisol was higher after starting school, especially for children who are particularly fearful. But that's very young children who are just starting school. Maybe they just need to get used to it. So the researchers did a follow-up study 2 years later and found that children again had higher levels of stress hormones when starting the school year. Other researchers found that teen suicide rates drop during the summer holidays and then increase during the school year. The researchers highlighted that young adults from a slightly older age range had no decrease in summer suicides and said that it was indicative of increased stress from school. The third reason that home education is better for children than school is in school there's a lack of movement. Kids will spend 7-8 hours every day in a classroom, sitting at a desk. Our brains are designed to move. The neuroscientist Daniel Wolpert talks about how every region of our brain is designed to facilitate movement. Our memory, our sense of touch, our vision is all to enable movement. And when you don't move, those areas of your brain degrade. So being in a classroom for 6, 7, 8 hours every day is actually interfering with your brain's natural development at a time when your brain is developing the most. Being home educated gives you the freedom and the flexibility to move as much as you need and want. Because when you move, you develop all of those areas of your brain in the way that they are supposed to develop. And when they develop, then learning actually becomes easier. A developed brain can assimilate more information than an underdeveloped brain. So if you want your brain to develop well, or rather if you want your kids' brain to develop well, they need to be moving a lot and not just half an hour in the morning at break time, a little bit at lunch, and then an after school activity. So is home education better than school? I think so, but that's for you to decide. But it's no good trying to get the benefits of home education if the environment at home is also stressful. And that really comes down to the parents and how patient you can be. So I've put together some of my favorite breathing exercises into a free program to help you be a more patient parent so that you can create a more stress-free environment for your children. I'll put a link in the description below for that, and I'll see you in the next video.